Hey everyone, today we are going to crack a code that trips up just about everyone when they're starting algebra, turning plain English into math. We're going after those super tricky phrases, the ones that feel like they're designed to make you second-guess everything. But stick with me, because by the end of this, you're going to have the secret key to get them right every single time. All right, let's just dive right into the heart of the problem with this question. If you've ever stared at a phrase like this and felt your brain do a complete somersault, you are definitely not alone. It just feels backwards, doesn't it? 7 less than. It sounds like it should start with a 7. Well, this is the exact confusion we are going to clear up for good, starting right now. So the reason for all that confusion comes down to a special group of words that I like to call the turnarounds. Think of these as secret signals hidden inside a word problem. When you see one of these phrases, it's a message, and it's telling you to flip the order of your numbers and variables. I mean, they literally turn the script around on you. Okay, so check out this table. It really lays out the whole puzzle perfectly. Notice the normal phrase up top, a number minus 4. That's easy, right? It translates directly, left to right, x minus 4. Simple. But now, look at the turnarounds. Both 4 less than a number and 4 subtracted from a number also give you x minus 4. You end up in the same place, but how you get there is totally different. And that is exactly why we need a rule. And here they are. This is it. This is the entire secret list you need to know. For subtraction, you're on the lookout for less than, subtracted from, and fewer than. And for division, it's just 1, divided into. Seriously, that's the whole list. If you can spot these specific phrases, you'll know instantly that it's time to reverse the order. So, knowing the words, that's step 1. Now for step 2, the rule that tells you exactly what to do when you spot them. We're going to call it the reversal rule. Honestly, you should think of this as your new secret weapon for nailing these translations every single time. And here it is, the golden rule. It's so simple, but it's incredibly powerful. When you see one of those turnaround words, you write the second part of the phrase down first. Then you put in your operation, the minus sign, and then you write the first part of the phrase. Second part first, first part last. If you only remember one thing from this, make it that. All right, enough theory. The best way to really make this rule stick is to see it in action. So let's walk through a few examples together, starting basic and working our way up, applying our new rule step by step. Let's go back to our original problem, 7 less than a number. Okay, step 1, we spot our turnaround phrase, less than. Ding, 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 that's our signal. Step 2, we apply the golden rule. We write the second part, a number, which we'll call x, down first. Step 3, we write our minus sign, and then the first part, which was 7. And boom, there it is, x minus 7. See how that works? Okay, you ready for one that's a little trickier? How about twice a number subtracted from 10? First, let's just translate the pieces we know. Twice a number is just 2x. Easy enough. Now we scan for our turnaround words, and there it is, subtracted from. That's our cue. The rule kicks in, we write the second part, the 10, down first. Then we subtract the first part, which was 2x. And our final answer is 10 minus 2x. All right, let's really put this rule to the test with a more advanced one. 5 fewer than the product of 3 and a number. Okay, first let's handle that inner part, the product of 3 and a number. That's just 3x. Now we look for our signal, and we've got one. Fewer than. The rule takes over. Write the second part, our 3x, down first. Then subtract the first part, the 5. Our final translation is 3x minus 5. See? It doesn't matter how complicated the pieces are, the rule always works. Now that you've got the rule down, let's take a second to talk about the most common mistakes people make. And maybe more importantly, why getting this stuff right actually matters way beyond just passing your next math test. This right here, this is it, the single biggest mistake. I'm telling you, writing 5 less than x as 5 minus x is the #1 trap. Just remember, that phrase less than means the 5 is the thing being taken away. So x minus 5 is our goal. 5 minus x is a totally different number, and it will get you the wrong answer every single time. Okay, here is a super important little detail you can't miss. The word less, all by itself, is totally fine. It follows the normal order. A number less 4 is just x minus 4. It's that tiny little word than that acts as the trigger for our reversal rule. 4 times less than a number is the one that flips the order to become x minus 4. It's a tiny detail, but it has a huge impact. So why do we even care about this? Well, let's talk about something real, like money. Imagine you're making a budget. If someone says, your expenses are $200 less than your income, the correct way to write that is expenses equals income minus 200. Now, if you get that backwards and write 200 minus income, you are going to make some pretty disastrous financial decisions. Getting the order right is actually fundamental to making sense of the world.
So let's wrap things up with this key idea. What we've learned today isn't some weird little math trick. It's more like learning the grammar of algebra. Once you really master these turnaround words, you become much more fluent in the language of math, and that opens up a whole new world of more complex and interesting problems you can solve.
You've just unlocked one of the most common traps in all of early algebra. You have the rule, you know the words to look for, and you know why it all matters. The language of math is already a little bit clearer for you. So the only real question left is, what puzzle are you ready to solve next?